Hello little cuties and welcome to my channel Fixin' to Hillbilly. Today we're going to make my first fall wreath of the season. So let's get started. Okay, now first of all I'm going to start with this 8-inch wreath frame that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got it there for $1.25 for two of them actually. Now this piece of material, I cut 12 of those, and I cut them at 16 inches. Now this piece of material, this particular collar, is going to be for my ruffle that I'm going to do. So I fold over the end, I'm going to clip it there, then flip it around. And then I'm going to curl the other end and walk it up. Now what I'm doing here is hiding the frayed edges on those so that you can't see them on the wreath frame, when I get finished, because, I want everything to look clean and sleek. I don't want it to look all crazy. Now these three colors right here, I'm going to use as a curl on top of the ruffle. You can get all of these in a package from Amazon for, I think I give like $17.89. I'll list it below. But you get, it's 10 inches wide and 10 feet long, I think. So that's, yeah, I think it's 10 feet long is what it is. See, it's quite a bit of mesh there that you get. Now those curls are cut on 10 inches. They're 10 inches wide. You're going to cut them 10 inches long. The brown for the ruffle, it's 10 inches wide. You're going to cut it 16 inches long. Now when you're done, you just put those together. Put your zip tie on there, and then you're going to flip your zip tie to the back. Pull it tight so that it holds everything in place. Normally I put the first one on a crossbar, but I didn't. Now I cut 12 of those brown ones, and I cut, I mixed up the orange, gold, and green. I cut 4 of those each, because on that frame there's only 3 sections. So I put 4 bundles like you see me doing there. I put 4 of those in each section. But if yours isn't full enough, I mean, you know me, I say it, do you. If you need to add a little bit more to make yourself feel better, or, because when I'm crafting, I'm going to mess with it until it looks the way I want it to. So if it don't look the way you want it to, you add what you need to make yourself feel better about your project. Now, there's a green roll. I'm going to roll that up. And just grab another zip tie. Now this time, we're going to go on the middle and the inside ring. Now I label these A, B, and C. A being the outside ring. So first, I do A and B. And then for the next one, I do B and C. And then you're going to rotate those colors back and forth. So you're going to go orange, green, and gold. Now, here's something that I'm famous for. When I put that zip tie on, it wasn't set right. So if you put it on wrong and you go to pull it, it's not going to attach. So just try to make sure. After that, I look to make sure it was on right, because it's just extra work I don't want to do. Okay, now, so I got my first 2 bundles on. Now, I'm going to get my gold out. So once again, I'm going to do the brown ruffle and just roll your ends in a little bit. You can roll 2 or 3 times, whatever. I just like to cover that fray so it's doesn't get too crazy. And then I go to the other end. You set something heavy on the end there, it's not going to go rolling up on you, because this mesh is famous for rolling up. And then you're going to put a gold ring on it. So just roll it. Doesn't have to be, you don't want it too tight. On these ring forms, you could actually use the 6-inch Deco mesh, which would look really good. But because I did it this way, and I have 10 inches on there, the mesh that I'm using, it's going to take that wreath out to about 16 inches versus 8 inches. So it's actually going to double it. I measured it from the center, going straight across the center, and it was about 15 to 16 inches. It might have been about 15 and a half, but it was almost double what it was because I used the 10-inch mesh. All right, now I just got that on there. Then we're going to clip the back off of that. You can ruffle, just move your Deco mesh around, fluff it as you go, or you can wait till the end, whatever suits you. All right. And then that's what you're going to do. You're just going to rotate back and forth, back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and play some music for us. And we're going to listen to some music. I'll go ahead and leave it on so you all can see how I do it. So if you haven't got it yet. And if you're new at crafting and you don't understand how to do it, there's no harm in going back and just, you know, replaying the part that you don't understand. Because, you know, everybody, you know, is new at this at one time. My husband asked me, how did I learn to do this? Honestly, I went to my dad's grave, and somebody had put one on my dad's grave. And I was like, well, that's really neat. And so I went on YouTube and figured out how to do it, and I just taught myself after that. So everybody's new at once. There's no shame in asking questions. If you need to ask me questions, feel free to do so. I'd be more than happy to help you learn to craft, because it is a lot of fun and it's relaxing for me, and you can make things for your home much, much cheaper than going out and paying high dollar for them at the, you know, the bigger stores. All right, let's get our music going and let's get to crafting.
When someone don't help you, when someone don't help you through the rain, when feelings don't matter and everything's nothing but a game. Just know that I'm with you. Just know that I'm with you through it all. And I'm gonna be there whenever you win or if you fall. I know that we will make it through the storm, 'cause you and me been fighters since we were born. It's all over our bodies and hearts. Yeah, you and me been fighters right from the start. Hey, don't you worry. Hey, don't you worry about a thing. You get what you're given, but it's never too late to spread your wings. Oh, I know that we will make it through the storm, 'cause you and me been fighters since we were born. It's all over our bodies and hearts. Yeah, you and me been fighters right from the start. Been fighters right from the start. I see that it's tough now, but trust me, yeah, trust me. I know that we will make it through the storm, 'cause you and me been fighters since we were Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so much that I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe. But still you got me missing you. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. God, I'm sick of this waiting. You got me going crazy tonight. So why? Why don't you come on over and be my somebody to love? Somebody to love, somebody to love, somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody to love. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody to love. Give me somebody, somebody to love.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like, you look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen
Okay, so now I have my wreath completely finished. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting a little bit of brown paint around the edges of that pie because I'm going to use the pie for the middle. And I don't like the look of cardboard. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of paint around the edges to make it look like it's finished instead of, you know, like a picture on cardboard. I don't like that. So I'm just going to take those out and start working on those edges.
I got this feeling like it's starting now, starting now. I feel adventurous with you. And there is nothing that can hold us back, hold us back. We can do what we wanna do. 'Cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Doesn't matter if we make mistakes, which I can promise that we'll do. Just hold my hand and we will be okay. Yeah, it's true. 'Cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love.
Now I'm going to start working on my bow for my wreath. And this was just an extra little piece that I had to the side. But I knew that there was enough to get 2 loops and 2 tails out of it. So we went ahead and used it so I could get it out of the way. It was just laying in my ribbon drawer. And so what I'm doing, now this particular, I know normally we twist and then go through those 2 sticks and then twist and come back. But this particular ribbon is the same on both sides. It's just as pretty on both sides, you know, it's no different. So now that extra piece of mesh that I cut is for this bow, and it's just to make it a little thicker. So after we do that one bow, we're going to put a piece of mesh in there rolled up. And you can do a ruffle too. You don't have to do a rolled piece. You could do a ruffle, which might look, you know, even better. We'll try that next time. Now, the first piece, I went out 4 inches. Of course, the loop is a little bit bigger, just a smidge. And you remember, a smidge is just a little bit. Now I'm putting this other ribbon on, and I'm going out 3 inches. Now, like the first piece of ribbon, this piece of ribbon is also, both sides are the same. It's not lighter or darker on either side. The edges are the same, so you don't have to worry about, you know, flipping it, twisting it to get it on the not so pretty side to run it back through like we normally do. Now this is some ribbon that I had left over from last year, because honestly, when I went to the Dollar Tree about 3 days ago, maybe it's 2 days, I can't remember. They had everything, like flowers, they had the signs, but they did not have the ribbon. And when I asked the lady over there, she said, we'll call in about 2 weeks to see if we've got it in yet. But I think I'm actually going to call, I think I'm going to go over there next week. Because, you know, once that ribbon starts coming in, the crafters are going to hit the stores and you're not going to be able to get it. Fortunately for me, I've got about 3 Dollar Trees within about, I got my Dollar Tree, and then about 15 minutes one way I got another Dollar Tree, and then 15 minutes another way I got another Dollar Tree. So I will be checking all 3 of those out if I can't find it at mine this time, because this is ribbon from last year and I'm getting a little bit low. Now I've got some more pricey ribbon that I bought off of Amazon, but I like to put 1 layer of that and then do the Dollar Tree bows, because if you mix them together, you know, you get a really pretty bow. And then you can't, you know, the cheaper ribbon doesn't stand out so much. But both of these pieces right here, the one piece I'm cutting now come from the Dollar Tree, I know for sure. But the other roll, I think, if I remember right, I got that from Hobby Lobby. They had a big roll on sale. Now, I did check Hobby Lobby this morning. Their mesh was on sale for $4.99 a roll, which is pretty good. But if you average it out, I bought those rolls, 4 of them, for $17. So if they're $5 a roll, and the rolls were smaller, just to let you know, they were only 6 feet instead of 10 feet. So you're getting, from Amazon, you're not only getting more mesh, but you're also getting it for a cheaper price. So instead of going down there, unless I just need a specific color, I will be reordering that from Amazon. And they have lots and lots of mesh there. They've got a set that comes just for Halloween, which I'm going to be checking the Dollar Tree for some Halloween signs. But right now I'm trying to get some fall signs, fall wreaths made up. And I got plenty of fall signs, so I will be working on that. Now, once you get that attached, remember, I always put an extra zip tie on the back of my ribbons. And the reason I do that, I just lay it flat across. And the reason that I do that is so when I start to connect it to my wreath, I just put it through there, pull it down, and then I can connect both sides. Now the thing to remember about this is if you pull it real tight, some of your bow's going to get lost in there. So pull it snug so that it'll stay, but don't pull it too tight. I mean, you can if you want, but like right now it's kind of laying on top, as you can see. You start pulling it real tight, and what's going to happen is it's going to sink down in the middle of that mesh, and you're not going to be able to see it as well. But it's up to you. Like I said, do you. If you like it, more down in there, it's fine. There is no right or wrong way to do a wreath. You just do it the way that you want to do it. So right now I'm just fluffing my bows up. And I like that wired ribbon because you can actually make it look like a banner. Now, I don't like that zip tie showing in the middle. So usually when I do one of these wreaths and, it's fall or Christmas or even Easter, I always just drop me a little flower down there in the middle. And then you don't have to worry about the ribbon, that zip tie showing in the middle of your ribbon. Now, if you don't want it to show, you can always take another piece of ribbon and, hot glue it around there. And you're not going to see it either. Just put a little piece of ribbon around the middle. It's okay too. But I like a little more. Now, that's the one I chose. I was going to put 2 on there, but because this is a smaller frame, I decided not to go with that. I decided to do just 1, and that was more than enough. Now, as you can see, I've painted my side so you can't see the cardboard look. And now, I think I held my hand up just a little bit too high, but what I did is I run that zip tie through that string. And then I'm just going to run it through to the back of my wreath. And I'm going to put it, if I remember right, I put it on wire C, which was closest to the center. And then I just flipped it over. Now, I was a little concerned that it might flip back and forth because of that jute twine holding it. So I got it on there. And once again, the tighter you pull that down, the closer it's going to go down into the mesh. So you don't want to pull it too tight. But I was worried about that flopping back and forth, and even though the mesh seemed to have it pretty good, I elected to go in with just a little bit of hot glue behind it and hold it. Now, the thing I did find out about these little things you put on your finger that I really liked is you can put the hot glue directly on there, which is what I did because I forgot to get an extension cord the other day when I went to the Dollar Tree, which I need for my hot glue gun. But I'm seriously thinking about investing in a cordless hot glue gun. So I haven't decided yet. I'm going to check on Amazon today and see how much they are. And here I'm just going to add some flowers just to kind of, add a little more to it. I don't think you can have too much when you're doing a wreath. Everything makes it look pretty. So I decided to do a few fall flowers to make it look a little bit more festive. Now I'm just positioning them, and then I'm going to go back after I put them how I want them, and I know that I have enough of that color. Don't start gluing them first, because if you get to a point and you're like, oh, well, that really don't look right because now I don't have another color. Put a different color there. That's fine. But what I like to do is lay them where I want them, sort them out, and then go back and say, okay, I have enough of this color to go all the way around. So now I'm going to start gluing them in. And here I went and actually put hot glue on the back of the flower. And I did push those down in there a little bit more. And the reason that I did that is because I don't want them completely taken over the wreath, because I want that middle piece to stick out, that little piece of pie that says gather. I want that to be the focal or the visual when you first see the wreath. So these are accents. I don't want them taking over the wreath. So I just put them all the way around. And just hot glue those in, and they will stick to the mesh. Now these are just a couple little cherries or something that they had over to the Dollar Tree, so I cut a couple little pieces of those off. I didn't put that all through. I was going to even put some leaves through it, but I thought, no, it's fine just the way it is. But you could even get you some fall leaves and run it through there too. Just put them here and there and make it just a little bit more if you wanted to. It wouldn't look bad. And then I'm straightening those bows back out. Make sure they're all straight and hanging down the way they're supposed to be. Now that little thing you put on your finger to protect yourself from hot glue, that was a lifesaver. They should have had those years ago. But there's my wreath finished. Now I'm just going to fluff my bow out and make it look, you know, presentable. And I say I'm going to sell this wreath, and, you know, somebody will probably come to me and say they like it. I'll take it. I'm horrible. But just get everything straight the way that you like it. And like I said, you can add different things in there. You could add some of that mesh cord. It looks like tubing. You could run that all through there, which I was going to, but the only color I had was white, and I really didn't want to do white. If I would have had off-white or one of the other colors, it would have been different, but, you know. And so that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching my channel today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. When you like, it helps my channel out, but when you subscribe and press that bell, then you can get more of my videos that's going to be coming out. And remember, you were born to do great things. So stay strong in the Lord and take time to pray. See you next time.